Indeed, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on KBC Channel 1. We do have a comprehensive bulletin that we have prepared for you with all of the latest stories that are making headlines in this country at this hour and also from across the globe. I am Nissie Imana. Byron Abuli is our sign language interpreter for this bulletin. And we begin in Saudi Arabia, where the Saudi Arabian government, through Ministry of Islamic Affairs, has donated over 30,000 copies of the Quran translated in 3 languages to Kenyan learning institutions. While handing over to the beneficiaries in Nairobi, Saudi Arabia's ambassador to Kenya, Khalid bin Abdul, said the idea is to have young generation who profess the Islamic faith study the Quran in languages they understand better.
The over 30,000 copies donated have been translated into Swahili, English and Arabic language. Speaking at Embassy Office in Nairobi, while handing over the copy, Saudi Arabia Ambassador to Kenya Khalid bin Abdullah Al Salman says his move is to allow young generation study the teachings of Quran better.
من المصاحف الشريفة بمختلف الأحجام من إصدارات مجمع الملك فهد للمصحف الشريف إلى جمهورية كينيا.
I think there is nothing better really like receiving the copies of the Quran for a Muslim, because this is our life, this is our guidance, and this is our future. For to us to receive that donation, we are very, very grateful and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to preserve the country that has given us this donation, the people who have contributed to this, and the embassy for seeing sense in actually getting the Qur'ans to be distributed to the Kenyan people.
The envoy saying his country is committed to supporting Kenya to realize her development goals through enhanced bilateral partnerships.
By the grace of Allah, to receive a donation from King Salman, we have received those holy Qur'ans on behalf of the Kenyan Muslim community, and inshallah ta'ala we are going to distribute them to the all corners of the Republic of Kenya, looking at the areas that speak Swahili, areas that require the copies of the Arabic, areas that can actually utilize the English translation. They are all going to benefit from this wonderful donation.
The Muslim community, led by SUPKEM National Chairman Hassan Olenaado, who received the copies of the Islamic Holy Book, said the donation could not have come at a better time when every effort is being made to demystify that Islamic religion is about terrorism.
Narok North Member of Parliament Moitalel Olekenta has faulted the county government for allegedly failing to remit county workers' statutory deductions. The legislator says a section of workers have lodged complaints saying National Hospital Insurance Fund and the National Social Security Fund deductions made from their salaries have not been remitted as required.
The Narok North MP claims that the county government has duped a section of its workers.
To a county government wamekuja kwangu. Wale walikuwa kwa makarani, wale walikuwa kwa game rangers, wale walikuwa na rokota pesa kwa Maasai National Reserve, wamekuja kwangu wanalia, wanasema wamedhulumiwa. Kuna pesa yao inakatwa ya NHIF, NSSF, hata mpaka ile loans ambayo wamechukua kwa bwana wengine. Pesa inakatwa kwao, lakini haifikii NSSF, haifikii NHIF.
Moitalel, who has declared his interest in the Narok gubernatorial seat, was speaking in Enteyani, Narok North, where he commissioned various CDF projects, among them a school laboratory and a dam.
Watu wamekuwa maskini, watu wamesumbuka mpaka wanakuwa wagonjwa sababu. Na ningetaka kuambia hawa maofisa ambao wameteswa miaka 10 kwamba watarudi kwa kazi yao siku ile tutachukua uongozi sababu tutachukua.
The Narok North legislator called for an audit of the county's accounts to save workers from a looming social crisis. Meanwhile, youth in Busia County have been urged to embrace the government Youth Enterprise Fund for their personal development. Busia County Youth Enterprise Fund officers say more than 6 million has been disbursed across the county, but uptake is very low.
Nikikompea na majimbo mengine, Busia County atufanye vizuri vile, kwa sababu kuna ile kitu cha kwanza, kuna ule uoga the fear of the unknown. Kuna ule uoga kuwa tukichukua hizi pesa wanaweza wakashindwa kulipa.
Unaweza chukua either kupitia kwa kikundi, na tukasema kwamba kikundi ya watu 5 tunawapatia 1,100 murudishe kwa mwaka moja. Ni interest free but iko na management fee ya 5%.
Ukiangalia kama banks, other financing institutions, their rate of interest is very high as compared to youth enterprise, ambayo ninaona ni kama wanatupea tu free money. So is upon us we vijana kujikakamua kuhakikisha kwamba tunafanya yale yanayostahili.
Kamchemenza for Lunchtime News.
Away from that, a Gala goat breeding project introduced in Kiambere, Embu County is slowly transforming the lives of local farmers who have for years endured persistent drought. The goat breed improvement project was informed by drought assessments that identified the ward as one of the worst hit areas. And as Ruth Wamboi reports, Kiambere farmers are reaping big from the goat project.
Drought has been a major problem for some counties and residents. To avoid perennial losses of livestock and livelihoods, innovation is taking root in some areas. One such place is Kiambere, Embu County, where a special goat breed is helping farmers bravely survive the drought by raking in some so much needed income.
Normally, under good breeding program with normally twins, it's highly prolific, and an adult weight can be up to between 55 to 70 kgs, which fetches a lot in the market as opposed to the local goats.
The Gala goat breeding program was introduced by the National Drought Management Authority. Njeru says as a farmer, there is nothing more fulfilling than watching a herd grow.
Zimetusaidia sana na maziwa. Sasa watoto wetu wanakunywa maziwa na sisi tunakunywa maziwa. Tunaona siko na faida sana juu na zinaendelea kusaana.
Sasa unaangalia. Thank you. Wote wawili wamezaa.
According to her, the difference between the Gala goat and the traditional goat breed is immense.
Zinatoa maziwa kuliko hizo zingine, na hata ukiziangalia hata mili ziko na afya kuliko hizo zingine.
Charles and Harriet says the training they received equipped them with skills needed to take care of the goats.
Mimi nikienda sokoni kutafuta mbuzi ya kununua, hiyo masomo ilinisaidia sana kwa sababu nitanunua mbuzi ile tulisoma. Kuna miguu mirefu, ngozi yenyewe, ngozi inside ni nyeusi.
Wanapenda hii ndume. Wameifurahia, yani wameipenda. Kwa hizo zizi yangu niko na kitu 20 goats. Na hizo zote ina safu.
National Drought Management Authority, Embu County, Drought Response Officer John Olewe says the farmers requested for the Gala goats because they are more adaptable to the environment.
And even during drought, even if the pasture is depleted, they still find that there is browse around.
The farmers' piece of advice to their colleagues in drought regions is to join self-help groups in order to benefit from similar projects. Ruth Wamboi for Lunchtime News.
Elsewhere, communities living in Laikipia, Isiolo and Samburu counties have been urged to shun politicians who have mastered the art of deceit and violence to advance their agenda. Laikipia Deputy Governor John Mwaniki, in calling for peaceful campaigns, said the region cannot afford to sink deeper into conflict.
As campaigns gain momentum across the country, a section of leaders from Laikipia, Isiolo and Samburu counties are on a mission to ensure the process is not marred with violence. The leaders convened a meeting in Naibor to agree on how the region can remain calm during the electioneering period.
Leo tumekuja sehemu hii tukijua kwamba bado tunapangilia kwenda kaunti ya Isiolo na kaunti ya Samburu kuendesha ama kuhubiri maneno ya amani.
Hao viongozi ambao tuko na hao tumekuwa tukishirikiana pamoja kufanya hayo kazi ya kushirikiana na communities zetu ili kuinua hali ya jamii zetu.
Communities living in the region have been urged to shun divisive politicians.
Baringo, Laikipia, Isiolo na Samburu, sisi tunakuwa tukiendesha mambo ya amani, mambo ya security katikati ya kaunti zetu. Mnajua kaunti zetu 100% sisi ni wafugaji, vile vile tunayo wale ambao ni wakulima, ili tuweze kuishi pamoja na tuweze kusaidiana.
The leaders say the conflict being witnessed in the region has always been politically instigated, and hence the need to educate residents on how to shun those out to ruin the current peace.
Sisi tunajua hii ni mwaka ya uchaguzi, na sana sana kila wakati uchaguzi unapokuja hii kaunti yetu ya Laikipia huwa inakabiliwa na mambo mingi ambayo inahusu amani. Tunaona wale majamii wanaishi katika Laikipia wanaanza kusozana kwa sababu ya ile mvurutano ya malisho na maji, especially wakati wa kiangazi.
Inabidi hao watu wote waishi pamoja bila kufurugana, na pia tungependa kuangazia ili swala la amani kwa sababu ya
Timothy Kipnusu for Lunchtime News.
Police officers in Embu County are holding a 20-year-old man for allegedly defiling a minor. It is alleged that the culprit, who operates a barber shop, committed the heinous act at his shop when the girl went for a hair shave. Confirming the incident, Embu West Sub-County Police Commander Julius Kiumbure said investigations into the matter have commenced and the suspect will be arraigned in court once investigations are complete.
It was the end of the road for 20-year-old man in Embu West Sub-County of Embu County after police arrested him for allegedly defiling a primary school pupil. The man who operates a barber shop is said to have lured the girl after she went to his shop for hair shave. Embu West Sub-County Police Commander Julius Kiumbure said the suspect will be arraigned once investigations were complete.
Kwa hivyo alipoenda pale kwa ule kinyozi, vile tunavyoelezwa ni kuwa yeye aliitwa na ule kijana pale ndani, na ule kijana akaweza kupandisha sauti ya redio ambayo ilikuwa ndani ya hicho lilo jengo la kinyozi au hiyo room ya kinyozi. Na kisha kwa sababu huyo kijana anakaa pale kwa hiyo kinyozi, nyumba ambayo iko nyuma ya kinyozi, aliweza kumshika huyo msichana, akamfungia kwa nyumba na kuweza kumtendea kile kitendo cha kumnajisi.
He said a doctor's report had confirmed that indeed the girl was defiled.
Hali yake si mbaya vile, amepelekwa hospitali, ameshatibiwa, na hatuwezi kusema katika isipokuwa kile kitendo alichofanyiwa kuwa hali yake iko katika hatari, hayuko hatarini, lakini kusema kweli kutokana na uchunguzi wa daktari amethibitisha kwa yule msichana.
The police commanders however appeal to the members of the public to be careful the people they associate with in the community.
Changu ni kutoa mwito kwa wananchi kwa kijumla, na kwa wakati huu wananchi wa upande wa Embu tuko nao vijana wengi wa kutoka sehemu zingine zote za nchi, vijana ambao pengine wanakuja huku wakikuja kutafuta kazi za kufanya, na wengine wao hatuwezi kujua zile rekodi zao mahali watu kako. Kwa hivyo ni vyema wakati watu wanaandika watoto kama hao au vijana kama hao waweze kuwachunguza na kujua, kwa sababu wengine wako na historia za uhalifu.
Timothy Kipnusu for Lunchtime News.
We're taking a break, but please keep it here. We'll be back shortly.
The government of Kenya adopted universal health coverage (UHC) as one of the big 4 priority agenda, with an aspiration that by 2022 all citizens will have access to quality healthcare services that they need without getting into financial hardships. Don't suffer in silence. Visit the nearest healthcare facility and access affordable healthcare services that are now offered under the Universal Health Coverage Benefit Package delivered through NHIF. For those who can afford, please remember to pay the monthly contribution of 500 shillings. The government has put mechanisms for assisting those who cannot afford to pay. Register biometrically at the nearest NHIF office. Your family's health matters to us. NHIF. Leave no one behind.
Do you have a news story to share with KBC? Get in touch swiftly on email news@kbc.co.ke or call 0723-892-654 or 0734-780-124.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Hamujachikadija? Kwani muna move slow aje?
Come on, let's just snap out of it. Please, you will kill us.
My people, ladies and gentlemen, my biggest barrier has been answered.
Now, that is a perfect example of a nightmare. Hey!
I know you should see her. She's mwah. Oh. There goes my time. Get my books and bring them to the staff.
Okay.
Classmates, every Saturday on KBC.
Welcome back. You're watching Lunchtime News. Thank you for staying with us. Services at the Itare Water Project in Bomet County are set to resume after the county governments of Bomet and Kericho reached an agreement on the modalities of settling pending water and electricity bills. The services have been paralyzed for months now after the two counties failed to agree on who should foot the bills. Weekly for Catch reports.
The interruption of water supply at the Itare Waterworks in Bomet County has seen residents of Bomet and Kericho counties endure acute water shortage since December last year. There is, however, some light at the end of the tunnel.
First of all, I want to appreciate what we've been able to realize today, and I feel greatly honored to have been part of this milestone that we have marked as Bomet and Kericho in signing this agreement, so that we can ensure that our people have seamless services, especially provision of water from Itare water scheme.
Bomet is our brother. We have no issue with them, and we will not be fighting anymore.
According to Bomet Governor Hilary Barchok and his Kericho counterpart Paul Chipkonyi, the interruption of Itare Waterworks has had a damaging impact on service delivery, especially on the health sector.
Every time that Itare water is disconnected, they even disconnect my River Hospital, because we also have another scheme that is supplying water to Nongisa River Hospital. So every time we fail to service electricity bill in Tare, they will call to our soft spot, and that is our River Hospital.
The bone of contention is when we started devolution, and for certain reasons, when we divide, when Kewasco was separated and Bomet set up a water company, for certain reasons, we found ourselves paying a higher tariff, which was not sustainable. Anyhow, we continued paying until a time it became very difficult, and we decided to pull out of the agreement, and that is how we came to this particular position.
Lake Victoria South Waterworks Development Agency is now at liberty to pursue avenues to install a wastewater treatment plant in Litein to serve the two counties.
Also have a commitment that has been done at the level of the governors that any balance is due between the two parties. In fact, specifically on behalf of Kericho paying Bomet, that will be made as has been resolved.
The agency has also committed to enhance the performance of the waterworks regulatory companies from both Bomet and Kericho as part of the strategy to attract more donor funding and support. For Lunchtime News, I am Wycliffe Okich.
A mother of 4 in Gatundu North is appealing for financial aid to enable her take her son to India for treatment. The woman, Joanne Wamboi, says she requires a sum of 2 million shillings to cater for the removal of a brain tumor alongside massive fluid that has been forming around parts of her son's head.
Unlike most children his age, 4-year-old Boniface Kamau spends most of his days crying in pain, owing to the brain tumor he has suffered since he was 10 days old. His mother, John Wambui, has had to endure countless trips to different hospitals which have not helped resolve the problem. Due to financial constraints she currently faces, Wambui a casual labor struggle with hospital bill to feed other 3 children.
Nilichukua mwendo wa kwenda baka huko, huyo mtoto akapigwa picha ya kichwa, nikaambia hiyo maji mahali iko kwa ubongo. Wakaniambia hatuwezi kukusaidia juu huyo mtoto hiyo maji imefika kwa ubongo. Tafuta pesa 2 million ndio upeleke mtoto India ndio afanye upasuaji.
His latest admission at Eldoret Hospital saw doctors recommend to remove the brain tumor, which cost 2 million shillings. Wambui has tried to raise this sum from friends and neighbors but has not been successful. She is now urging well-wishers to intervene to enable Kamau undergo the procedure to live a normal life.
Wenye wananiangalia tu waone huruma tu za Mungu na macho ya Mungu waione, wanihurumie, waone venye niko kwa tumbo yangu iko na kitu. Mtoto anataka operation ya 2 million. Sasa mari mimi nimefika, ningeomba kwa uvumilivu mtu anaona huruma anisaidie, tusaidiane ndio tuweze kusukuma.
Wishers can send their contribution to pay bill number 247247, account number 907615. Further inquiries can be made through the boy's mother, John Wambui, on 0768907615.
The Kenya Union of Domestic Hotels, Education Institutions, Hospitals and Allied Workers has urged political leaders to desist from divisive and inciting remarks during this campaign period. KUDEHA's Secretary General Albert Njeru says politicians should ensure they don't disrupt the favorable environment currently enjoyed by workers ahead of the August 9th general election.
The workers' umbrella body KUDEHA wants political leaders to desist from stoking violence by guarding against remarks that would stir negative emotions and compromise stability currently being enjoyed by Kenyan workers. The Kenya Union of Domestic Hotels, Educational Institutions, Hospitals and Allied Workers Secretary General Albert Njeru says inciting remarks and campaigns would destabilize the country's economy, which would affect workers in the country who are trying to stabilize after a very tough economic time occasioned by the effects of the COVID-19 on the economy.
This is a year of politics. It is high time we must think about empowering our people, not anything else, but seeing how we can be able to look at the issues of workers across the country. The politicians are looking for a job for the next 5 years, but they have forgotten the issue of empowering our young people so they can be able to get jobs.
Njeru spoke in Nairobi during a Thanksgiving ceremony for the needy in the society.
Young people need capacity. They don't need to be given handouts. We need peace in our country. We don't need to be given lectures on how one tribe against the other can fight against the other. So my brothers and sisters, Kenyan brothers and sisters, it's high time we recognize trade unionism as people who are calling for solidarity.
Irene Mchuma Odim, The Lunchtime News.
Time now for sports, where Liverpool have the chance to exert pressure on English Premier League champions Manchester City when they welcome Norwich tonight in one of 8 EPL matches on card today. They will be looking forward to close the gap between them and Manchester City to 6 points, but manager Jurgen Klopp says he does not waste 1 minute thinking about Pep Guardiola's side. Meanwhile, Manchester City will be hoping to extend their lead to 66 points when they take on Tottenham at Etihad Stadium. City will miss the services of Jack Grealish due as Arsenal faces Brentford. Juventus series, title hopes were further dented by local rivals Torino, who fought their way back to earn a 1-1 draw in last night's Turin derby. An Andrea Belotti volley in the second half cancelled out Matthias de Ligt's early header, leaving Juve fourth in the table on 47 points after 26 games, 8 behind leaders AC Milan, who visit bottom side Salernitana on Saturday.
Brecalo trying to dance away from Cuadrado. He's found a cross! And who scores? Of course it's Belotti! Cuadrado with the set piece and attacked by Matthijs de Ligt. He scores again in the derby. Brecalo trying to dance away from...
Just before we wind it up, we want to take you to Kilifi, where the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga is on his coastal tour. We will listen into that.
Barabara yaanze pale Bamba kuanze Ganze kuja Bamba na Ganze kwenda kule Kilifi. Kama si urafiki na uaminifu wako kwangu, pengine masuala kama yale yangefanyika. Ninashukuru hata nilipokuambia kwamba tunahitaji usalama zaidi ndani ya Ganze ili tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba tunapata viwanda zaidi hapa ndani. Ulinisaidia nikapatiwa vituo zaidi vya polisi kule Vitengeni, Ganze na Palakumi, tuongeze na Chabamba ili wawekezaji waweze kuja kwa wingi. Na nikakwambia kwamba nahitaji stima kwa wingi zaidi, na hata juzi nikaongea tena na rais akasema atahakikisha kwamba Ganze inapata stima ili kusiwe na kisingizio chochote cha mtu kukataa kuja kuwekeza ndani ya Ganze. Wacha niseme nashukuru sana baba. Na baba, ninakuomba kwa sababu hawa ambao wako hapa wameaminisha kwamba liwe liwalo, lije lipangwalo, lakini kura zote za urais zitakuwa za Raila Amolo Odinga. Ni kweli ama ni uongo? Hebu onyesheni kwa mikono. Sasa kwa sababu tukiingia kule bungeni umesema Kanini Kega ataendelea kuwa mwenyekiti wa ile kamati ya fedha, nataka nikwambie baba, ukiingia nitunuku tu barabara ya kutoka hapa Bamba kupita kule Vitengeni ingie pale Kakanjuni, itakuwa imeunganisha na ile akili.
Right, Azimio rally there ongoing. We are keeping tabs on that story and we will bring you the latest in our subsequent bulletins. Thank you for joining us for Lunchtime News. I am Nissie. Imana. Byron Abuli has been our sign language interpreter for this bulletin. Good afternoon and enjoy the rest of your viewing.
Girls will never be paradise again. Ain't no romance without finance. Let's make this place as chaotic as possible.
Mtapostpone rights za watoto mpaka lini?
I'm not your in-law. I'm not cut out for domestic work.
And you still wonder why your marriage is in shambles.
Unatumiaga moyo kufikiria badala ya akili.
The Wadis and the Jemedaris will always be a family. And you, Christine, will remain to be an outsider.
Mundos divididos por una sombra de traición. Lying.
Hujambo mtazamaji mahali popote ulipo, mchana wa leo ni fahari yetu kujumuika nawe kwenye makala ya dunia wiki hii siku ya leo.
Bila shaka ni papa hapa ambapo unapokea taarifa za kimataifa kwa ushirikiano wa shirika la utangazaji nchini KBC na shirika la Xinhua kutoka China. Tunakuzungusha kila pembe kote ulimwenguni.
Na hivi leo kama ilivyo ada mtazamaji, tumekuandalia taarifa nyingi ikiwemo taarifa kuhusiana na taharuki ambayo imetanda baina ya Urusi na Ukraine, huku nchi nyingi zikiwataka raia waondoke nchini Ukraine na kuonya kuhusu kukithiri kwa taharuki.
Kando na taarifa hiyo pia takupeleka huko Tunisia ambapo Rais Kais Saied alitia saini agizo la kubuni baraza kuu la muda la idara ya mahakama.
Kando na hayo mtazamaji, baadhi ya nchi na maeneo duniani yalegeza kanuni za kuzuia kusambaa kwa COVID-19 ila kwa tahadhari kufuatia kupungua kwa visa vya maambukizi na vifo. Hizi ni baadhi tu ya taarifa ambazo tumekuandalia kwenye makala ya leo. Usiende mbali. Karibu sasa kwenye makala ya leo. Mimi naitwa Beatrice Gatonyangetich.
Karibu sana, mimi ni Isaac Lemoka.